Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's live lesson we had Sophia working at her short game. Now it was an incredible lesson. She played some amazing shots, high soft landing shots which she just couldn't do before, because literally when she started the lesson she didn't have a clue what she should be doing around the greens, and she was also doing the biggest mistake that we see in short game. So this could be you. If you are struggling with your short game, make sure you watch the rest of the video. Now if you also would like to be like Sophia and have a chance of winning a live lesson here at the Grand with myself and Andy, then you need to be a subscriber. So make sure you subscribe. Let's get started in the video. All right, Sophia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We should be doing driving, shouldn't we? We should be doing long drive. Sophia's a long drive competitor. Hits it 110 mile per hour club head speed, longer than Andy by about 20 yards in the air. We should definitely do a video in the future on this because I think it'd be really interesting. What are you smiling at, Andy?
I've just watched her hit shots.
I'm scared. I'm not hitting any.
She's strong.
I've got a sore back today. But it is really interesting. An amazing journey so far. 3.5 years playing, or 3 years, 4 months. Not yet to break 80, but can hit it. You know, can drive often, par fours, par fives on in two. So lots of chances for birdies and even eagles. And if we could maybe tidy this part of the game up, it could be a game changer for you, couldn't it?
I think so. I would love to see that.
So me being sadistic, we'll just trip over a bunker then. Let's just actually go straight to it. Let's cut to the chase and play a shot over the bunker. So what we are going to do, we're going to be going to this white flag here. And as far as this shot is concerned, should we actually just play a couple? Let's just play a couple, and I'll watch you play some, and then we'll ask some questions as well.
Okay.
Goes and plays a perler to about
held my breath on that
5 or
one.
6 feet.
Worked out.
Could be even better. And again, almost a slightly different one again there, wasn't it? Slightly different height. So you've almost done 3
I probably like that one the best.
That was the best one,
Contact on the club.
Okay, let me just jump around here. I'm just going to show you what you do before we show you on the analysis.
Perfect.
So what I see from your technique is, I mean, number one, we need a mind shift. We have to have that, we have to change that, we have to understand that we can improve that. But what we're looking at when you set up to the golf ball is we've got the ball back in the stance. Think about that straight away. What does that do? As soon as I put the ball back, it means the shaft is probably going to be leant forward. It's going to be more de-lofted. Now, I think a lot of the time when we look at chip shots, we put the ball back so we can get the ball first. But as soon as we put the ball back, we kind of have to get the ball first. And we kind of have to understand that it's going to come in a little bit flatter and a little bit lower. So that's the first thing. As you then swing, we'll notice the club on the way back goes a little bit around you, potentially, which is okay, It's not the end of the world. The club face is really nice, I like that. But as you swing through, you'll notice this is how far back you've swung on the way through, on the way back. Yeah. But on the way through, you'll notice you'll swing a lot further on the way through. Let's just imagine this. I'll come to the camera here so you can both see this. So imagine my watch is the ball. At the moment, you're this, okay? So your club head is a plane. We're going to say this is the runway, but what we want to do is we want to land the plane on the runway, collect the ball, and then take off again. Now, if we put the ball back in the stance like this, you might get the ball first, but if you don't get the ball first, you're not going to there's nothing else that's going to happen. So if we think of this, if we could land the plane, the club head, on the runway, travel along the runway, collect the ball, and then take off again, that's going to allow you so many different things. Number one, it's going to allow you to hit the runway in lots of different places, which is fine because it's not digging in and slowing down a lot. But what this is going to do as well, by actually you traveling along the runway and then taking off, the ball is going to come off on a lot higher trajectory as well. So it's going to come off a lot higher, a lot softer. So when it hits the ground, then it's going to actually stop a lot quicker. But we're going to practice with the ball further forward on the practice swing. I'm going to say to you, we're going to have a slightly longer backswing, and we're just going to brush on the way through.
Okay.
And the rest of your technique, it's so good because it's nice and connected. You're not really using your wrists a lot. You're turning the club with the body. So that's all good. I think just a slight concept shift and a ball position shift. So ball forward, and then from there, brush the grass. And we're not really after any kind of divot when we do it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's perfect.
It's interesting as well though, isn't it, Piers, that Sophia's thought is make sure I get through, like make sure I go through there, and that's probably where that influence of just having this slightly longer through swing and shorter backswing has come from.
Right, so imagine further forward.
So it's further forward, beautiful, good.
So don't really...
So straight away, so imagine it's just past your belly button maybe,
okay.
Or even on the belly button is fine, but anywhere belly button or an inch past it is fine. Yeah. And then your job only now is just to brush that grass with that ball further forward. Longer backswing as well, sorry. Good. Okay. Beautiful. So let's just put a ball in there, and note these are all off fairway lies, you know, half decent lies as well, which is what we want. So ball further forward, longer backswing, and just get a brush. And we're just going to notice what happens after we've played a few. Okay. Very nice.
Different.
Nice
That's a
high
fourth
shot.
option.
There's a fourth option. There's a fourth option. So what was the big thing that
work.
stood out then?
Popped up higher right off the start, and obviously stopped a lot sooner than either of the other ones did.
Okay. So it's the first one. It's the closest one to pin high we've got
I'd
so
say
far,
so,
for sure.
yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot.
That's really good. Really.
I'm
the
impressed.
green.
Cameras, 2 coaches, tight lie, over a bunker, and changing.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
Right, we're going in this stuff, Andy. We're going in the rough. So I'm going to actually just throw a couple of balls down here and show you a couple of different lies. So if we look at these two here, Andy, if you just move in here so we can show everyone at home. This one here, the ball is really almost sitting up like it's on a T-peg that you're about to hit like with a 3-wood, maybe even a low driver. Whereas this one here, it's sitting down, there's a lot of grass behind the golf ball. So the technique we've just given you there could work for this one, and we're going to play one.
Yeah.
It absolutely won't work for this one because on this one, landing the plane, we're going to be, the runway is a lot shorter on this one. Unfortunately on this one, we have to have the ball first. So we do need this steeper angle into the golf ball. Let's just go with this one first and make sure we can play this one. So everything is exactly the same, except we're going to move it even further forward. And you may need a longer backswing because you're going to have even more loft on it now. So you may just need to have a longer backswing as a result. Very nice. That's so hard shot to play as well. That'll stop quickly. They always stop really quickly, they do. So that one's easy.
Good.
So what I would always say with this one is you have 2 choices really. We have to just get the ball on the green. That's the main thing.
Right.
The first choice is let's put the ball back in the stance. Quite a long way back, and then lean on that left leg a little bit. Okay, and let's just play a couple from there.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you one more option after that. So by putting the ball further back and by putting more weight there, we steepen the angle that the club comes down.
Okay.
This ball should just pop out, it will go low. Nice, good. And that is going to go 40 feet past, but that's okay, it's safe. So here's the next version of this. You can do the same technique. Oh, well,
I was like, whoa.
That's later.
That's Torrey Pines rough right now.
There you go. That's Torrey Pines, which is next week actually. Same sort of lie. This time do everything else the same, but all we're going to do now, we're just going to twist the face a little bit. So just going to twist the face open and just a little bit, and let's just see what happens. It may go a little bit to the right, but I want to just see if we can get it a little bit higher and make it go 30 feet past the flag as opposed to...
The great thing is you know, practicing chipping off this stuff. It's nice, isn't it? But you know what? We don't always get the perfect lies, do we? So it's great to test yourselves out in some dodgy lies. So when you are faced with them, you're just prepared, aren't you?
Absolutely. And do you know what? We see so many golfers come and practice here, and they're always on the fairway.
Yeah.
They're never in the rough. Nice.
Good.
As we said, it's gone a little bit, I mean, it's an amazing shot really. It's only gone 15 feet past.
I would be very happy with that.
But the ball's gone a little bit to the right, so all that would happen is if you wanted to, I mean, look, let's understand that's actually a really nice shot.
Right.
All you would do, if you wanted to become really good and I must hold this now to beat the hubby, you just aim a little bit further left. So you just aim a little bit further left to allow for the fact the face is open. But putting the ball back in the stance is great when you're in the thick stuff, but on the fairway, I think it's crashing the plane.
Yeah.
All right, so look, I said there were 2 ways of playing this shot out of the rough. I gave you the first one, which is option 1, be safe, ball back.
Those are the boring ones, Pierce.
A little bit of a boring one. I actually gave you a 1.5 as well, so I've shoehorned another one in. So on this one, again, we've got face open, we're aiming left, you're going to swing with the wrists on the way back, you can have a long through swing on the way through. The only thoughts on this is, just imagine it's a bunker, we're probably going to hit the ground about here, but as long as we have a long swing, we'll get the ball up in the air and it should catch a piece of the green.
Okay.
And hopefully...
And should go in.
And hopefully go in, yeah, exactly. Oh. It's actually the first one that you've left short of the flag. Tell me you've got that zoom in on that one.
That was nice.
That.
Told you should pull it off, Pierce.
You're right. Do you know what? Amazing work. Well done. That's not easy
you.
with us watching this and putting you into these uncomfortable situations. So you did an amazing job with that. So look, if you want help with your short game, maybe this can help you, but if you want more help, then what you do need is complete chipping, which you can find right here by clicking this link or simply downloading the Me and My Golf app. And that was class. That was so good.
Let's do it.
Well done.